and welcome back. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Storyrizers. This is my vlog number 576. Let me teach you about time management. The two-step time management. A time management expert gave a talk on the same subject to a group of business administration students. To drive home to a point, he stood in front of a class of high achievers and said, "Okay, it's time for a quiz." He placed a gallon-sized, wide-mouthed jar on his front table, produced a dozen of fist-sized rocks, and carefully placed them, one at a time, in the jar. When the jar was filled to the top and no more rocks would fit inside, he asked, "Is the jar full?" Everyone in the class said yes. He asked, "Really?" He then reached under the table and pulled out a bucket of gravel. He dumped some of the gravel in the jar and shook it to let the gravel work its way down in the spaces between the big rocks. Then he asked the group once more, "Is the jar full?" This time, the class was on him. "Probably not," one of them answered. "Good," he replied. He reached under the table again and placed a good amount of sand into the jar, and it filled the spaces left between the rocks and the gravel. Once again, he asked the same question, "Is the jar full?" "No," the class shouted. Once again he said, "Good." Then he grabbed a pitcher of water and began to pour it in until the jar could no longer hold any more. Then he looked up at the class and asked, "What do you think is the point in this demonstration?" One eager student raised his hand and said, "Sir, the point is, no matter how full your schedule is, if you try really hard, you can always fit some more things into it." "Wrong," the speaker replied. "That's not the point. What is exhibited in front of the class points out that if you don't put the big rocks first, you'll never get them in at all. What are the big rocks or goals in your life? How much important is it to you? And when do you want to accomplish it? No matter what it is, you must put emphasis and prioritize. You must put emphasis and focus on your most significant goals and purpose in life. Just make sure that everything is in balance. Remember to put these goals in your priorities, or you will never be able to fit them in at all in your life. Put first things first. Number 2. That was the first step. Identify what is important. I related to you the title. The title of the story is Empty Jar. Now we go to number 2. Choosing blue chips activities. Some activities bring us satisfaction or take us closer to our goals and objectives. Others are simply overheads, things that have to get done but do not contribute much to our progress. One of the most powerful time management skills is the ability to identify between satisfaction and overhead, to evaluate the activities of our lives. We can put them into cheap categories as follows. Blue chips, high payoffs that can lead directly to your priorities. Red chips, important activities that contribute to the accomplishment of your goals that could be done by someone else. White chips, activities that consume time with a little payoff. These time robbers may seem urgent. They have little to do with your priorities and should be eliminated from your daily routine. The biggest loss of effectiveness can be derived from focusing not on our priorities, instead of choosing the activities and behaviors that will have the biggest return. We are creatures of habit and often do what lies in front of us, the white chips, rather than look for the blue chips activities. Here's an easy formula for identifying your priorities. Blue chips, do it. Red chips, delegate it. White chips, ignore it. Two areas of blue chips activities. Number 1, planning. The difference between average players and high achievers is the amount of time they spend on highly productive activities or blue chips. The primary tool for blue chips activities is to have a to-do list, prioritize the task, and follow the plan. While urgent situations may require a change of plan may occur, it should be an exception rather than a rule. Number 2, focus and awareness. Frequently ask yourself, will this blue chips activity allow me to realize my objectives? When others say that they practice a blue chips activity, everyone else understands that their commitment, focus, and ability must not to be distracted by lesser important tasks. To help remind yourself of this concept, of the importance of this concept, you may need to carry a blue chips card with you or place it on your desk where you can see it all the time. At the end of each day, review your activities. Did you spend enough time on your blue chips? Did you ignore the time-robbing white chips? Have you effectively used your time by delegating the red chips to others? Many time-robbing activities are simply bad habits. Your blue chips can help you break unproductive habits, which will keep you from achieving or attaining your significant goals and objectives. Lee Iacocca once said, and I quote, "The ability to concentrate and to use time well is everything." The ability to concentrate and to use time well is everything.